everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm naming this Now So Nerdy, and today we have a bit of interesting news. Marvel is getting sued, and they could lose the rights to a lot of their most of their main players. We're talking from Spider-Man to Falcon, it's crazy. But I want to talk about what this means and what it can mean for the future, not only for Marvel / Disney, but for really a lot of entertainment industries. We're talking about film, we're talking about animation, we're talking about gaming, we're talking about anything, because the crux of this is a lot of industries use work for hire, or it's a collaborative effort and you work under that business, right? So back in the day, they had the bullpen, and people like Stan Lee and Jack Kirby and Steve Ditko, they were on this room, and they would write for hours and hours, sometimes days, and they would create these characters. But it was for Marvel. They were getting paid by Marvel, and it was in their contract. It was work for hire. Now, over the years, it's gotten more progressive, and it's gotten better for the creator. But legally, it's still Marvel's character. Like, it was created for Marvel, right? The things you did for that character are for Marvel. Like, it's just how work for hires work. Now, this court case, if Marvel loses, would set a new precedent, right? Because every case like this in the past, the most you got out of it was a settlement and some royalties, right? Now, if they can get full rights back, I mean, there's a bevy of things that can like get pulled from people. You know what I mean? Like, we're not just talking about like Marvel and Disney characters. We're talking about DC characters. We're talking about like characters in books and games. Like it'd be industries as in multiple wide, and I don't see it, right? I don't see it. What I think is happening is, I think these estates and these people are filing these lawsuits, and they want to get a big lump sum of it. I want Marvel / Disney to pay money, right? They have a lot of money, they can pay it. It's cool, right? But what I don't want, right, and I might get some contention on this, is I don't want Marvel / Disney to lose the rights to these characters. Let me tell you why. I want the MCU to be able to flow freely and as it does, without any restrictions, without any imposers, without any people coming. I want Marvel to continue the MCU as is. I want Kevin Feige and all the creators to have free reign over these characters, right? I would love in a world where all these characters were public domain, right? Where me, you, Marvel, DC, whoever could use these characters and do what they wanted with them. But that public domain takes a long time. I mean, I think Spider-Man is set to be in public domain in 2023. And so like Dr. Strange, like older characters, but like there are a lot of new characters that are going to take time to get in public domain. And I would love if everything was in, but it's not how it works. And I just feel more comfortable with it being in Marvel's hands, because let's say these estates and these creators, they don't want Marvel to use the characters, right? What if that happens? It easily could. Like, they just don't want Marvel to use them, or they use there's another competitor who's maybe not willing to pay more, but willing to listen to like the estate's ideas and do what they want to do. Let them have more control. I don't think Marvel or Disney would let them have the control that they want if they were to have to buy the rights from the estate. Right, so I do want the rights to stay with Marvel, and that's probably what's going to happen, right? It's just how these cases go. But the other side of the states will get royalties and settlement and nice lump sum. I mean, millions and millions of dollars, a lot of money. That's what I want. That's the world. That's the world I look for. The perfect world, everything's available to everybody, public domain. But in reality, I think Disney / Marvel is going to settle, and they're going to keep the rights, but they're going to pay a lot of money to a lot of different people, right? And I would love to see in the future them have a better relationship with their comic creators, right? I would love them to set a new precedent themselves. You know, like in the original contract that you have with these creators, maybe extend more of an olive branch. Maybe give them more of the royalties. Maybe if you're planning on using this character in a film, then give them some of the box office. You know what I mean? Just extend the olive branch. Don't just use their work and do nothing, because it is sad when you see a character you created and like it's this and people love it and it's all over everything online, and you see like billboards, but then you're like, I'm not living the life you think the person who created that should. You know, I might not be struggling, but I'm just a normal guy. And it's a little egotistical, but also like if you create a character that people are love, like I think you have a right to be a little egotistical, right? So I understand that, and I do want them to be compensated, but I don't know if I want Disney to keep the rights. That's all. But I think they should pay as much money as they need to pay, as much royalties as they need to get these people what they feel they should be compensated. If you agree or disagree, leave your opinions down below. Peace out.